Right, I'm back in the garage, and today I think I'm going to see if I can first of all sort this area here. I was actually going to put this set of shelves in the metal shed, but the metal shed needs a massive overhaul first and completely emptying out, putting all back in tidy, sorting out everything, sorting all my parts out. But I'm going to have to do that when it's a little bit warmer, a little bit drier. It's fine today, but it's damn cold again. So I think I'm going to move that shelf unit into the far corner over there, because I think it's going to be less intrusive. I shall clear up this space here, and then I want to do some sort of display or something on this wall here. I'm not sure what yet. Probably something similar to this to give a bit of depth and a bit of interest, make it look a little bit more higher end, a little bit more like a really cool garage. So I'm probably going to mess about with ChatGPT and things like that, see if I can come up with some ideas. I think come up with some ideas for me. But first of all, I think I'm going to take all the banners down, take the whole foot down, because I think I really want that over here. All the banners are going to be on the actual roof, not on the walls anymore. I am going to get rid of a few banners here and there and try and streamline it a little bit. So I think the first thing I want to do, I might see if I can get the Nissan to start and get it outside. But that may mean stealing the battery from the Celica to put on here to get it started. It needs starting anyway. It's not been run for 6 months or so, so it needs a bit of a run just to get the oil running around the cylinders, etc., get all the galleys all flushed through. So I think I'm probably going to do that anyway, just to get it out of the way. So I've got a little bit more room. I've got a few lights I want to put up. I'm just going to put the lights in place. I'm not going to actually go wire them in. Stan the man, I understand that you're watching, will probably come up and help me wire all those in. I'll probably move this one here as well onto the side, and that one I definitely want to move because I want to put my shell sign that I made up in the middle there, like from the last AI image I used to actually redesign this area over here. If you haven't seen that video, go and have a look. It'll be in the playlist, I think, somewhere. Yeah, so basically, like I said, first things first is try and clean this area over here, move as much crap out of the way as I can, and see if this will start. Okay, so I've swapped the battery over from the Celica, so let's see in gear, so make sure it's alright. Come on, a bit of oil pressure build up. Ooh. Come on. A bit rattly, get some oil pressure in it. I do need to do an oil change on this, full service, so I'll do that. I have got a battery light on, which is a little bit faint battery light, which is a bit worrying. Let's see if we can see that. You see the battery light's on, you can just see it. So that's probably the alternator then, isn't it? Does it go off? Yeah, so I might have to get a new alternator, which explains why the other battery wasn't charging. Right, so the car is now outside, as you can see, and the battery light has gone off. I did tighten the clamps up on the battery, so hopefully that will have fixed it. Seems to be okay. Revs are staying quite nice for cold start. I have got my battery tester in the boot, so I'm just going to quickly test the battery, see if its alternator is actually charging it. That keeps dropping down. Stay there. So I've tested between the terminals while the engine was running. The cold start still needs sorting on this. It still cuts out too quick, and it was running at 13.9. So obviously the alternator is charging it. What's it reading at now? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, 12.9. So it's obviously charging. The alternator must be still working then, so that's a relief, because they are stupid expensive. I suppose I could rebuild one if I had to. So I think it's just going to be getting a new battery and sort the cold start. The steering is ridiculously heavy. I can't remember it being that heavy on this. So maybe there's some air needed in the tyres. I know it needs an alignment. I'm going to see if I can do like a DIY alignment with my own mobile phone and a bit of wood or whatever. Because I think the toe's out. It's not toeing in or anything. It needs to be set square, and it's not. That would make my steering a lot heavier. But yeah, I do like this car. I forget how much I like it when it's just sat in the garage. Anyway, back to the cleaning and tidying and moving things about. So I'm just going to have a bit of a sweep around first, then I'm going to move all that stuff down here if I can, and see if I can get some of the lights up. I'm going to also move these banners as well. Don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm just having myself a quick cup of coffee after moving that shelf. I think it looks a lot better in that corner, I think you'll agree. My back is killing though now. It's heavier than you think when it's got... I just basically left most of it on because I'm lazy. I just dragged it across. But I've hurt my back again. But this wall doesn't look too bad. I've actually filled the gaps in with some pallet wood. But I might panel this bit in anyway, just to make it look similar to that, but insulate it as well. But I still have to saw the leak in the floor here. I think I'm going to try and level the driveway outside to try and keep the actual damp out if I can. And that's the plan anyway. It's one of the plans. A real plan, if money wasn't an object, and I'd like to do eventually, is knock this wall through and put another garage on the side. So I've got a double garage width, and then a through garage through into the back, the car wash area. But that's dream spec. So what I think I'm going to do now is finish my coffee, remove the rest of the banners, have a bit of a sweep up again because it's still got crap everywhere, and then I think I'm going to probably cut some of the plastic back, put those two strip lights in. It's there and there. I'm not going to wire them in like I said before because Standard Man will do that for me because he's a star. And then I may move the big light there over to there. I'm just going to leave that one there for now, I think, and then I can hopefully get my shell sign. That's what I want to try and get done today in this video. And then I'm going to look at some designs on ChatGPT of what I'd like to do here, because I have got an idea. I watch, if anybody else watches Drift Games, it's a really cool channel, and they used to have a really cool HQ where they had like a street in the actual HQ, and they had like shops along the street. Unfortunately that did burn down, and they set up a new one which is even cooler, and again they've got little shops, and they've got a 7-Eleven in their little HQ, and I thought if I could build like a fake unit there and make it look like a 7-Eleven, I think that would look quite cool instead of just this crappy old board. Then I could sort of tie it in with that banner at the back there. So I might just do a little Googling, a little bit ChatGPT, and see what that comes up with. So I think that is an option. I think that would look quite cool. But anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and crack on, I suppose. Look at all that crap that basically came out of there behind that light. So I'm glad I've taken that down actually. I fitted the other two up there, which have yet to be wired in. The one that's there is now there. I've taken the actual diffuser cover off for now, so I think I'll give that a bit of a clean. I've just got to staple up the plastic there. Make that all out of the way, because then I'll be insulating, same as with the foam, but all over, and then paneling it in eventually. But I do want to have a good clean up there, so you can see all that crap. So I did have quite a bad mouse problem in here at one point. I think when we had the old workshop roof, they used to come in through the roof and then through, basically through the wall here, and then along the plastic and nest and things in here. But now they can't get in, which is quite nice. You can see they've been using it as a latrine. But yeah, it's getting there. It's a little bit neater and tidier. Got to get these bloody nails out as well. I don't know why. These were in when I actually moved in, so they've been in here for a long, long time. So I ought to take them out really, especially if I want to panel all that in. But then I suppose that could hold the foam in, so I might leave them in there for now. Yeah, leave them in, because then when I actually put the foam in there, that can actually hold that in place. Yeah, so that's actually thrown a lot more light in that corner. It looks a lot nicer. Can actually work a bit easier. So when I get this one here, I'm going to leave there for now, and I'm going to move over here So I'll have 2 rows of 2 strip lights. I'll have one here, one there, and then those 2. And then that should tie in slightly with the banner at the back, if you can see what I mean. Sort of gives it that sort of depth. Because I'm going to paint the rest of this wall black and try and extend some of the design. And may put a false wall or something down there, I don't know yet. We'll come to that. But I want to make it look really sort of high end and different in here. Not just a garage, but somewhere you can, you know, hang out, polish your car and have a really good time, not just a dirty old stinky old garage. Because I won't be doing any painting in here in future. That's all going to be in the metal shed next door, and that's only going to be small stuff like guitars. I'm not painting cars anymore. My back can't keep up with that sort of crap anymore. So I'm just going to do small stuff like guitars, bike frames, bits like that. Yeah, so that wall there I shall discuss in a minute, but I'm going to have a tidy up. Staple that bit of plastic up there, and maybe have another coffee. There's a shell sign all up. I like that. And then from the other side. Yeah, I know you can't see the top, but I may even put a hook in there and then hang it. I think that'd be better. Yeah, I'm going to do that. As if by magic. Well done. That's better. Yeah, you can't see the full bottom of it from here, but I still think you get the general idea of it. It looks better when you can see the top, I think, as well. Yeah, when that light's out of the way as well, and that's over there, I think that'll make it look a bit nicer as well. I'm really pleased with that. Right, so next step is the fun part, sweeping up. That's much better. Floor's nice and clean now. When I've sorted the actual leak in here, I think, along this wall, I think I might paint this floor. Just paint it a nice light grey, I think, something like that. Put my Japanese flag up there. No air filter. I'm going to get some nice Japanese signs on there. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to come up with some designs for me that I can just copy them and make them in a similar way. I made that one. And I've also put a piece of board up there as a clue to the size of the actual little shop front I want, I think. And then I'm going to ask ChatGPT to actually make a few designs for me. And I think that'll be the shop front there. And I can make like a false wall there. And I've seen some banners similar to that of actual shop interiors, like supermarket shop interiors. So I could put that in there and then build like a fake window and door through, if you know what I mean, with little opening and closing times and things like that on it and stuff like that. Put a brick wall down here, both the sides. Just, you know, make it look like a fake shop front. I've done stuff like this before, so it should be quite easy. So as you can see, ChatGPT's come up with some really cool designs there for me. It made the actual shop, or the 7-Eleven shop front, on the left-hand side of the garage first, and then asked it to move over to the right. And I think over on the right, where I wanted it originally, is a much better design. The Japanese style signs and vintage signs are going to look really good in here. I think that's going to be a real sort of nice addition to this garage. So that will be coming up hopefully in a future episode of me actually building this. I'm going to buy some materials, bits and pieces, try and do it on a really cheap budget. I've got a lot of old wood and furniture and stuff like that next door in the metal shed. So if I can utilise a lot of that to actually make all the walls and bits and pieces, that'd be brilliant. And then I can just paint it, make it look old and aged and whatever, paint the sign and things like that, and make it look like a real sort of attractive looking piece. And then the windows, I could probably just get some perspex. In theory, I thought I was going to do like a mirror on the actual perspex, but I saw this image I saw on Temu of the actual shop interior. I think that would look good behind a plastic window and door, you know, like a perspex window and door, to give you that sort of illusion of depth. All back in. Looks pretty cool in there, doesn't it? Alternator light, or the battery light, is back on, so it must be an intermittent fault with the alternator. Might just be a dirty earth, so I might strip all that down and give it a clean before I actually do any purchasing of new alternators, etc. if it doesn't need it. Looks like I've got it dirty as well. Oh God, is that tyre dirty as well? Yeah. God, dear me. So I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed myself. I had a great time. Still lots to do in here. I've got more tidying up, deciding what I've got to do with the banners, things like that. And I've got to see what sort of materials I've got in the shed next door to actually see if I can build some sort of fake shop front here. It's not going to be this deep. It's not going to be fakes. It's going to be 3-4 inches deep. I'll probably make the sign up, the 7-Eleven sign up in the next video. So if you want to see that and you want to see this, how this is made, or how I attempt to make it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.